Hey guys, Colleen here, DIYer behind LemonThistle.com, and today I'm excited to invite you into my home for my summer home tour. So every season I try to do a little home tour and share not only how our home has slowly been changing over the years, but also the little seasonal touches that I like to bring into our home. And this one is all about the fresh blooms from my garden. If you guys caught my garden tour a month ago now, and it's paying off because I have fresh blooms for every room in my house, and I am so happy with that. In this video, I'm sharing our main living area as well as our primary bedroom. I didn't go all out this time around. I didn't put flowers in the bathroom and tour the bathroom or the kids' rooms or the basement. This is just our main living area. And then the primary bedroom, because I'm still so excited about that. That one was just made over a couple of weeks ago. I will link that video below for you if you'd like to check out the whole space as well. But before we get into it, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would so love if you did that below so you don't miss out on any more DIY or home decor videos. All right, so welcome to my home. As I've mentioned in so many of my other home tours, I don't do a lot for seasonal decorating. We have 4 kids in our home. We are always in the middle of a renovation of some kind. And life is just really full, and having more decorations feels like having more clutter to me. So we do keep it pretty neutral. I mean, most of the time we will have some kids' toys or some kids' books or, just things around from having a busy family. So having less stuff on the surfaces and on the counters to start with really just help our home feel relaxing and inviting and somewhere that I enjoy being. So for every home tour, I really just try to get back to that baseline of clean and get it feeling really good each season. And then I add in a few things like fresh cut flowers and change up things like the letterboard in our entry to a seasonal quote. This one is all about flowers. So the quote that I chose is, "To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow," from Audrey Hepburn. And I love this quote because it is so true. Gardening this year for the first time, really, I will link my garden vlog below, but it's teaching me a lot of patience. And every day I go out and I look at what's almost blooming and so close. And it really is like you put in the work up front and with the faith that tomorrow will come and those flowers will bloom. And I love it. So it was my goal this year to be able to decorate my home with fresh flowers from my garden to keep my vases full through the entire season. And I'm seeing the first of my anemones planted from corms and some perennials that I have as well. But hopefully throughout the season, I will see more and more fresh blooms, and I'm just so excited. I've been blogging for 8 years now, and I've been doing home tours for about 5 years. I've only been putting them on YouTube for I think about 3 years, but before that I've been taking photos, and so it's kind of become a tradition for myself when I do the big clean each season and get things back to our baseline of clear counters, clutter-free, that I reward myself with some fresh blooms. And in some seasons of life, it's only been just like a couple stems of flowers for affordability. And so having flowers in my garden and I can really go out there and spoil myself and pick a whole bunch of them and fill every vase in my house. I mean, this has been such a treat. We also have a big flowering tree, which is the white flowers in the bigger vases that you're seeing on our dining table and on the mantle. The other thing that I really love about this season, this kind of in between spring and summer season, is the anticipation. I mean, the flowers are just almost blooming and you get hot days and then you get cooler days, but you can throw those doors open and just enjoy the fresh air in your house. It just feels like a fresh start, and this is one of my favorite times of year. A couple other things have changed since our last full home tour. Our primary bedroom is now complete, which is really exciting. I shared a full video before and after of that a couple weeks ago. I will link that below. But I love having all the fresh blooms in there, and I love how the black walls really contrast the white walls everywhere else in our home. Other than that, there's been some smaller changes, different plants, moving things around. Musical plants is always a game in my house, depending on how certain plants are thriving or not thriving. And I mean, like I got like a new throw blanket, but the Bigger small change, I guess, is this rug in the living room. We swapped our chunky wool rug, which you can see in our primary bedroom now, for this thinner rug here that is easier to clean. And the biggest reason for that is our kids bring Lego up in here all the time, and the amount of time that we spent picking Lego out of that chunky rug was just a time waster for us. So I'm really excited to have this one here. It's actually identical to our dining room rug, and I was worried that it would be too boring having two of the same rugs. And then it's the same pattern as the hallway rug too. Like they're all the same. But I love how it helps everything flow. The colors are really beautiful and they're neutral. And since it doesn't stand out too much, the pattern, I don't think that it looks too repetitive or too boring. It just helps tie the spaces together and keeps that calm feeling throughout the house. All right, so that is the living space of our home. Thank you so much for coming to tour it. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed all of the fresh blooms as much as I am. And if you have any questions about sources or the room makeovers, I will link all the specific room makeovers that I have featured in this video below, or you can feel free to ask in the comments and I can send you the proper link if there's something specific. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more DIY or home decor videos. We'll see you next time.